Alright, so after you have tried your own solutions for each of these scenarios, you can see what I did. Now this is just one way to do it. It's not the only way to do it. But basically, let's see what we have here. We have 3 bags of tidbits, 4 bags of flakes, cost $43 in 1 week. And in the other week, we still had 3 bags of tidbits, so that's the same. But we bought 6 bags of Figaro flakes, and it cost $54. So if I compare these 2 weeks, I bought the same amount of tidbits, but I bought 2 extra bags of Figaro flakes. 2 extra bags of flakes. And how much did those cost me? Let's see. When I bought 6 bags of flakes, it was $54 total for everything I bought. In the earlier week, when I had only 4 bags with the tidbits, it cost me $43. So, let's see, if I subtract this, it's $11. So these 2 extra bags, it's the only difference in these 2 weeks is these 2 extra bags. And that was $11 difference in the cost. So if 2 bags cost $11, then they each cost just simply $11 divided by 2, and that is $5.50 each. That's 1 bag of flakes. Now, since we know that a bag of Figaro flakes must be $5.50, then we can go back either to week 1 or week 2 and figure out how much we must have spent on tidbits. So I'm going to go with week 1. I spent $5.50 for each bag of flakes times 4 bags of flakes. And 4 times $5.50, 4 times $5 is $20. 4 times 50 cents is $2. So this is $22 on flakes. So how much is left over? Let's see. In week 1 I spent $43 total, minus $22 on flakes. Tells me I had $21 on tidbits. And I bought 3 bags. So $21 divided by 3 bags equals $7 per bag of tidbits. $7 for tidbits, $5.50 for flakes. So hit pause here if you need to go back and compare this to how you did it. Otherwise, I'm going to go on to scenario 2. Again, there's more than one way to solve these. So here we go with scenario 2. So in scenario 2, we need to figure out the price of 1 bag of each type of dog food. So in this case, in the first week, 2 bags of Bruno Brutus Bites, 3 bags of Lucky Licks. That's week 1, $42.50. Next week, 5 bags of Brutus Bites and 6 bags of Lucky Licks for $94.25. So I'm going to kind of think about how do I compare week 1 to week 2. So for the Brutus Bites, I had 2 bags and then 5 bags. For Lucky Licks, I had 3 bags and then 6 bags. So basically, I've doubled the amount of Lucky Licks that I bought. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use this doubling idea. I'm going to double my week 1 purchases, and that way I can compare, I can basically take out these Lucky Licks, kind of like I did on scenario 1. So I'm going to double week 1. Spelled it wrong, D-O-U-B-L-E. Double week 1. So if I double week 1, that would give me 4 bags of bites, plus 3 bags of licks, and that would equal doubled. I got to double that, so that would be what, $85. So I doubled everything on week 1. As if I had bought twice as much, I would have paid twice as much. Then I'm going to compare that to what we did in week 2. So week 2, as is, was 5 bags of bites, plus 6 bags of licks. Now I see I messed up. And that was $94.25. I forgot to write here that I doubled the bags of licks. 2 bags of bites becomes 4 bags of bites. 3 bags of licks becomes 6 bags of licks. That's what I meant to do. So, now if I do what I did in the first scenario, let's just compare these 2 weeks now. The licks would be exactly the same. So, basically what I have here is 1 extra bag of bites, and it cost me this much more money. So, how much more money did I spend? $94.25 minus $85, which is my doubled amount. So you got 25 cents there, and this is $9.25. And the difference is 1 bag of bites has to equal $9.25. So bites, $9.25. Alright, so now that I know that the bites cost $9.25, I can go back to either the week 1 or week 2 equation, or even the doubled equation, and plug in the price of bites, and then I can figure out the balance. So I'm actually going to go back to the regular week 1 scenario. So in week 1, I have 2 bags of bites at $9.25 each, and then plus 3 bags of licks, but I don't know how much they cost. That has to equal $42.50, and I'm going to solve for this. So basically, if I double this, I got $18.50 plus 3 bags of licks equals $42.50. Subtract $18.50 from both sides, the 2 bags of licks. So now I know I have, the 2 bags of bites. So my 3 bags of licks must cost, this is $24. So 24 divided by 3, 1 bag of licks must be $8 each. 1 bag of bites is $9.25. So I did use a little bit of equations, but that just helped me see it a little better. You don't have to put together an equation for that at this stage of the game. Alright, hit pause if you need to. I'm going to move on to scenario 3. Let's take a look at what this one is. So in scenario 3, let's see, we got leashes and brushes. 6 dog leashes and 6 cat brushes cost $45. And then 3 dog leashes and 2 cat brushes were $19. So if we compare week to week, one week I did 9 leashes and the other one was 3, and we have 6 brushes and the other one was 2. So I would like to kind of isolate one or the other. So let's say I double the second purchase. That'll double the 3 and get me up to 6 dog leashes, and then I can work from there. So I'm going to double the second purchase. So that would be 6 leashes plus 4 brushes, and that would double that is $38. And if I compare that to my original week, which had 6 leashes and 6 brushes for $45, basically that tells me in week 1 I had 2 extra brushes in week 1, and the extra cost was, that would be the $45 minus the 38, which is, what is that, $7. So 2 brushes cost $7. So $7 divided by 2 brushes that's $3.50 per brush. So now I can sub in whatever week I want to figure out how much the leash is. I'm just going to do week 2, or the second scenario. So I got 3 leashes plus 2 times the $3.50 per brush, and I know that's $19. So 3 leashes plus, well, this was $7, 3 leashes then is $12. So 1 leash is 12 divided by 3, or $4. So leashes cost $4, brushes cost $3.50. Alright, let's move on to scenario 4. You can pause it if you need to. Scenario 4. So on this one, we have dog bones, 2 packs of dog bones, 4 packs of treats, $18.50. And this time, well, they didn't like the cat treats, so he returns 3 of the unopened packages of treats, plus bought 2 more packages of bones, and he only had to pay $1 for that. So here's the way I'm going to think about this. I am going to use a little bit of algebra work, but in the second week, here's what happens. He returns 3 packages of treats, so it's almost like minus 3 packages of treats. I'm going to get that money back. Plus 2 packages of bones, and that equals, I had to pay $1. Okay? So 2 bones cost more than $1, but because I have return money coming here. Now let's see, in week 1 we had 2 bones exactly, so I'm going to actually compare week 1 to this week 2 scenario. So week 1 we had 2 packages of bones plus 4 packages of treats. Notice how I lined up the bones and treats in the same kind of column. This is $18.50. Okay? So, what do I do now? Well, I got to get a little creative here. I do have 2 bones in both of these. How about if we use week 2 to relate, or to figure out how much 2 bones would cost by themselves. I'm going to isolate 2 bones. What if I just added 3 treats to both sides? You should agree that 2 bones would be equal to $1 plus 3 treats. So it kind of gives us a substitution we can do. So I'm going to actually take these 2 bones equals $1 plus 3 treats, and I'm going to put this whole piece right here. I'm going to kind of sub it in right there. I hope that makes sense, but this gives me a way to compare how much bones are in comparison to treats. So now I'm going to use my week 1 information. I have 4 treats, and then instead of saying 2 bones, I'm going to say this. I have 4 treats plus $1 plus 3 more treats, and that equals $18.50. So what is this? 7 treats plus $1 equals $18.50. If I take that $1 out of both sides, I find out that 7 treats cost $17.50. So each treat, I should be able to just divide by 7 here, right? So 1 treat is $17.50 divided by 7. And that, if you use your calculator, or you can do it in your head or whatever, it turns out that the treat is $2.50 each. So a treat's $2.50. And I think the easiest way to figure out what my bone price would be then, I'm going to go back to this right here. 2 bones is $1 plus 3 treats. So I'm just going to use that. So 2 bones is $1 plus 3 times $2.50. 2 bones equals 1 plus, what is this, $7.50? So 2 bones is $8.50. So a bone by itself, 1 bone is, I got to divide that by 2. So that'd be $4.25. Alright, scenario 5. Actually, I don't have enough time in this video, so I'm going to have to create a new shorter video for scenario 5. You can get that on next.